come with me because we're gonna make dill pickle soup. Creamy version, by the way. So cream of dill pickle soup. Get you a sexy ham, cut it into strips, nice and chunky like that. And then go into chunks like that. Note, I'm probably gonna use about that much of the ham. Yeah. Our ham is nice and chunkified. I'm going to transfer it into a bowl, like so. Have a medium. Cut it in half. And you just chunk it. However big or however small you want. I like thin chunks. You could do chunky if you want, but use half a medium onion. In our big soup pot, we are going to add 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. Use whatever butter you want, to be honest. But yeah, this is what I'm using. Can't believe it's not butter. Now let it melt on high heat, and then we're going to bring it down to between the 4 and the 5. So medium high. Now that our butter is nicely melted, you can add in 1 clove of garlic, finely minced. But because I don't have garlic on hand, we're going to go with our ham and onion mixture. Throw it in there. Make sure you get all of it. And give a good stir. Cook until about when your ham starts to nicely golden brown itself. Get yourself some carrots. Cut both ends off, peel your carrots, wash your carrot, and then slice your carrot, as you can see. Now get yourself some potatoes. Now you can use Yukon Gold or russets would be actually a good potato to use for this. I'm choosing to do red, and you'll see why. Get your good potatoes and peel them. We might need more than that, but we're starting off with this. So peel them, and you're going to wash it before you cut it. And you're going to cut them like that. So little chunks, but big enough. My husband got the pickle jar open. This is what this meat. Alright, see, it's nice and golden in texture. Yes, yes. Onions are translucent. Awesome. Add your carrots and your potatoes. I'd say about a cup of carrots, which for me was 2 large carrots. And then y'all saw my potatoes. Give a good mix. And let that brown as well. Now let's cover and let it do its thing. Now you can use Jergens pickles, or you can use basic dill. I'm using bread and butter because I like bread and butter, and it will still work out. Once you got your pickles, you're going to select them one at a time and cut them like so. 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. 1/4 teaspoon salt. Now you're going to do some dill weed, which is also a 1/4 teaspoon, because we don't want to overdo it on dill, right? It's supposed to be a dill soup, but you don't want it like too dilly. If you feel like that's too little dill, add more. Add another 1/4 teaspoon, which is basically a pinch. Now this is what it should look like. Give it a good stir. Now add your cup of chopped pickles. Make sure you get all of them. Finally mix it in. My house smells so good, like bread and butter pickles. I love bread and butter pickles. However, I can't have too many pickles. Why? Because if you have a lot of vinegar, for somebody like me who's on aspirin for life because she had 2 strokes, 1 heart surgery, yeah, that shit messes with you quick. So not too much vinegar. That's why we limit how many pickles we have. And to be honest with you, I think everybody should like learn to portion what they put into a meal. So that's just my preference. Once you have your potatoes starting to brown and is almost halfway cooked, you add in 4 cups, okay? Start off with 2 cups of water, then you add your second cup, which equals to 4 cups of water. Because remember, we are making quite a big pot, so... Now, if you're like some people that I know and you're like, Lisa, how do I know it's halfway cooked for the potatoes? Grab yourself a fork or a knife, but watch. So you're gonna go in and see how it only goes halfway. That's halfway cooked because it didn't go all the way through. The fork did not penetrate all the way through the potato. It only went halfway, so that's halfway cooked. You're welcome. All right, remove lid. Take thy fork and go stabbity stab stab. All right, let's see. Oh yes, let's add our water. The first 2 cups. Look at the coloration. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. Okay, second cup. Awesome. Now let's add our broth. Get yourself some Campbell chicken broth. If you don't have chicken broth already made, that's homemade, you can use Campbell's. And always check the expiry date. Josh's mama and a few other people that I've seen don't check the expiry date. It's very important. Now let's measure this bad boy out. Say about a cup. Cup of broth. Let's take our cup, pour it on in, and then give her a good mix. Let her simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, now while we're waiting for our soup to kind of like simmer and boil, we're gonna make my cheddar biscuits, which is easy. 2 cups of flour, which we only use Robin Hood here in Canada. Well, I do. It's the best brand, dude. 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, and yes, my handle got busted. I lent somebody my measuring cup and they accidentally broke it. The best sugar brand ever. Now you're going to do 3 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2, 3. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now you're going to do 1/2 cup of cold butter. You can use any butter that you want to, but I'm using this one, so 1/2 cup. Now I prefer this over a whisk right now because these are biscuits, so mix it very well. Okay, let's start with going like this, right? So that part's mixed. And then let's do the butter. It should look like this. All right, add in 1 egg. Now you're gonna add 2/3 of a cup of cold milk, or if you don't have a measuring cup, use 10 tablespoons. All right. Okay, so I went a little bit over, but it is 2/3. Give a good mix, make your biscuit. Now it's time to add our cream and our milk. 1.5 cups of milk. Should now look like that. Stay for part 2.